Hi, this is Ali. One of the things that I posted a couple of days ago, it's by Ed Milet, who's our agency chair. He actually talked about quitting. Not quitting is a talent. And so a couple of days ago, I heard that and I was like, wow, that's actually very true because it is so difficult at times. Especially, I remember when I was going through and still am going through, ups and downs. You're learning, and we are learning different tasks. We're learning how to build. We're learning how to be a leader. We're learning the financial knowledge. We learn so much in our business. So it's not always easy. But I see so many people come in, and in life it's the same thing. It's just I happen to be in this business. I see so many people come in, they underestimate the amount of work that's involved, overestimate their ability or their ability to sustain themselves. It's almost like you go to gym and then everybody expect that we're going to have a six-pack in a day. It's pretty much the same concept. And so I remember the book that I read many years ago. It's the 10,000 Hours. But then yesterday I had a profound lesson. I just re-listened to this lesson, and it was from John Boggs. I'm gonna actually link him as well, not the lesson itself because that's through a program. But one thing that John Boggs said, which all of us probably have heard before, about the bamboo. Bamboo, when you put the seed down, it takes years and years before it shoot up. And so at the beginning you don't see it, but then a few years down the road it just shoots up 10 foot, right? And he was talking about this one guy. He said that first 2-3 program that he involved, he was not making any progress, and so he was afraid that he's not going to re-enroll in the program. And then he convinced him to re-enroll, and he re-enrolled like after 2-3 times when everybody else is making all kinds of progress. This guy was just not making it. And then one day, I think after the third or the fourth, he all of a sudden started to see progress. And even John was like very worried about this guy, right? But one thing he said, really startled me is he said that just like a bamboo, we have already been conditioned to think a certain way about ourselves. So with any successful thing, it's not because success is not easy, it's not attainable. It's because we don't allow enough time for it to become part of us. I hope you guys understand that, because that's probably the difference between whatever you want to become, success or not successful in that thing that you want to become, is you have to overestimate the amount of effort it takes, right? Don't underestimate that, because it does take time. It's not because the business or anything else you're learning is hard. It's because we take time for the knowledge and the understanding to seep through, for us to embody it, for us to become that person. Just like if I want to marry a millionaire, am I the person that attract that millionaire? Do I look like the person that millionaire wants to marry? I mean, not that millionaire is, this and that. I really don't care. But my point is that, let's say you try to find the ideal mate. Do you really think that ideal mate, you put that down, exactly whatever you want? Do you think you're the person that ideal mate wants to marry? So if we're not, we need to get there before we will attract the ideal mate. And it's the same exact thing as business. If you want to attract $1 million, we're not there yet. It takes time for us to build ourselves into that person to attract that. So be patient with yourself. Don't underestimate it. But putting the effort, it takes 10,000 hours for anything to succeed. Why do we think that success, it should just fall from the sky? It doesn't. So it just takes time. But all of us can do it. We have the capability, God-given talent, and ability to do this thing. It's a matter of us fighting against our own wanting to quit too easily. So don't quit. This is a talent, but we can do it.